What's up, guys? I just want to hurry up. I already recorded the sharpening part of this video. I just wanted to hurry up and do a little bit of a beginning. I want to talk about recurves. You're supposed to do, or not supposed to, but you can do recurves really easily on round stones, as you can see, because it's since it's round, it's just one point, and no matter how much the blade moves or changes directions, it's very easy to use. These ceramic rods are very good for many things, for knocking off burrs. Even if you've been using your knife a little bit, you can hit it on this. It'll put a micro bevel on it, or even just to rip off the burrs, you know, before a strop. Strops are very important too. So also, going back to these little lansky stones, they come in polished ones. These are diamond right here. They have regular stones, Arkasas stones. They have aluminum oxide stones, many different stones that come in this side. And this little stone, I've sharpened this entire knife. This is a 5-inch buck knife, and this being diamond, it will sharpen any steel too. So you don't have to worry about the steel messing up the stone, and it stays nice and flat. This is very easy. I can do this 5-inch knife on this diamond, and I've already got, see that was just a few passes, just because I held my angle really well. I know this already had an edge on it, but I'm just trying to show you, and I've already got a burr because it was such a good edge on there. But I'm just trying to show you that these little stones are so great. And also I use these for regrinds on knives. So I regrind knives, maybe to make them a little thinner, maybe to put a nice finish on the knife. I am going to do a video on that subject, but I can't tell you how great these little stones are. And then also all the way down to just a little recurve blade like this, because you can use the small stone to get into the belly where another stone might not be able to hit, you see, because it's not hitting there. Now you can use the corner of these diamond plates and actually get a knife with a recurve. So just because you only have a plate doesn't mean you can't get the recurve. Like, I can totally get this 5-inch one. I just got to use the edge and the corner. I start off flat on the corner, and then I work my way down. There's lots of little techniques to sharpening, and it's such a fun thing to get into and explore. And all the different edges, and it's just another beauty to being into knives. And yeah, I think if you get into hand sharpening, even on fixed systems, whatever it is, you know, enjoy yourself. Learn, have patience, and just watch what you see and try to reenact it. It's going to be like riding a bike, you know, like where, yeah, the first time you did it, you couldn't just go 20-30 miles an hour, but it didn't take long, and you were on a bike and you're flying down and, you know, hitting jumps, or, you know, flying around corners or whatever. It's the same thing with sharpening. Once you get the hang of it, it's really easy, and it just progressively gets better and better and better and better, and you just get better and better. And then there's all kinds of stones. There's so many different kinds of stones to use, so many different finishes. It's just, there's a whole world out there of different edges and different stones to use. But I truly think diamonds are probably the best for a beginner. It lets you see the fastest results. You can do any steel. And also these stones, you know, you can use them for many different things. And then you don't have to worry about stone maintenance. So think about that during this video. I did get a really close-up video going. You know, just check it out. Peace. Bang! Neeves Knives. I'm Jared. My lovely wife Kara's in the background playing a game.
Hello!
And Douglas is being Douglas. We are going to do the sharpening video on this one. I am going to do another video. There's going to be a couple more. And I am going to do one where I go over a bunch of tools and tools to work on your knives, and also other sharpening stones and things I recommend, or even just, you know, good stones and a bunch of other tools and stuff. But in this one, we are going to sharpen a knife, and I'm going to give my input on how to begin sharpening freehand. I do recommend you start with a diamond. Arkasas stones are also a good one to begin with. And in the middle of this, I will show a couple other little techniques and little things that that I've learned across the way. But let's get started. All right, I'm gonna knock you down here so you can be at a good level to see this. Now remember, you find your angle by, you see the little shadow underneath there? Get rid of that shadow. So anywhere right here or here, this would all be okay because the shadow's gone. You know, look at the beginning of the blade, the heel of the blade to start. So I'm going to start mine right there. But first, I know you guys are thinking, oh, that thing's already sharp. Yeah, a little bit. Let's knock it off. And I'm pushing. I don't want to hear nothing. These are diamonds, so, whoo, man, that kills me to do that to my edge. That kills me. It really does. All right. And also, remember, you want to lock your wrist. When you get towards the tip, you're going to raise the elbow. Back and forth. Use your finger as a guide. So, like if right here is my angle, that's right there is where I'm going to do. I'm going to put my finger right there. So I can mark that with a pen if I want to on the back of my finger. But right there is where I'm always going to come back to. Then when I come off the stone, my finger might come off the stone, but I'm paying attention to where the blade is hitting the stone. I'm paying attention to it, and I'm just lifting my elbow. And then I'm guiding it right back on there. Back and forth. All right, let's get started. And I'm going to try to do it like that. I don't sharpen like that no more because it does take a little bit more time. But, you know, because eventually you do get the muscle memory. So you don't have to do it like that no more. Now, I just rest my hands like right on the back of the blade just to keep it stabilized, to make sure that this is touching and, you know, as far as I can up the blade is touching the stone. So this is normally how I sharpen. And then I walk my fingers to the tip like that. That's how I do it now, but I'm going to show it, I guess, how I said from the other video, how I used to do it, like this, where I use my finger behind the blade. And then you can use a marker if you want to mark your edge to see where you're hitting. You just take a permanent marker and color that shiny spot. And let's look at it. Alright, so what I see with this, let me show you, is you'll notice, hopefully you can see it, is that I'm hitting, see how it's two different shades? I'm hitting more towards the tip. So that means I need to lay it back just a little bit. So I'm going to go right there because I'm trying to follow my edge that I had on there. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to follow my edge that I had on there. And I've got a different muscle memory now of how I hold the knives. Also, another thing, there we go, that should have got it real good. That feels good. What was I saying? You can count your sides too if you want. If you want to do 20 on this side, 20 on this side, 20 on this side, 20 on this side. And, you know, and you'll start, you know, and then just keep checking to see if you're feeling the burr. You can do it like that. I like to do one side, then go to the other side, do the other side, and make sure I'm getting a burr going both ways. Check it. We're hitting it pretty good, but I can see towards the tip. I need to let it lay back a little bit more because it's not hitting the whole tip. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go like this, and as I'm going in, I'm going to make sure, you guys can't see that, can you? Lay it back a little bit more. Just let it. So what I'm doing is I'm lifting too much with my elbow. There we go. That looks really good. And we got a burr all the way down it. So all the way down we have a burr. And a burr is where, if this is your edge, as you're sharpening the one side, the steel will start working its way over it. So if I'm sharpening this side, because I'm on this side of the stone, I'm going to feel a burr on the opposite side of the knife. Sharpening this side, so I'll feel the burr on this side. What I'll do is I'll rub my finger up like that, and you'll feel it'll be nice and rough. Going this way, it'll be smooth. And you can instantly tell the difference when you have a good burr. Try to keep your burr small because you don't want to waste more steel than you have to. In the beginning, you're probably going to want a little bit bigger of a burr because you're going to be wanting to locate it and, you know, feel it more and know when you're doing right. But, you know, once you really learn, I'm trying to get this all on camera. I got the camera right between my arms, and this sounded smarter and looked better than I feel like it's going. This side I'm hitting it all perfectly. So right there, I'm going to use my thumb. I feel like this ain't coming up very good on camera, but I'm trying, guys. Like I said, this ain't going to be the only one. But, this damn focus. Let's see if our grinds are, let me look at it up close. One side's a tiny bit smaller than the other one. So I'm just going to lay it back just a little bit more, like this. Look at it. Oh yeah, that looks beautiful. There we go. The serrations look good. They're all going at an angle. You want them all to be running like this, because that's the way you're going to cut. When you're cutting, you want the little teeth to be facing, just like real serrations, like on a bread knife or on, you know, a serrated knife. All right, we need to go to the other side. Already got a burr again. So what was that? I don't know how many swipes that was, like 4 or 5. And we already got a burr on this side. Now I'm going to go again on this side and make sure we get a burr on that side pretty quickly. We got a very small one, a little bit bigger up towards the tip. And we look at it. All right, I think it's looking pretty good. All right, so now right now I have a burr on this side of the blade. So I'm just going to switch stones and knock it off with my next stone. My next stone is going to be a 600. That was a 300 grit. I guess I didn't say that. I should have said that. That was a 300 grit stone. This one is a 600 grit. Let's get to it. And I know I'm not using my finger as much as a guide as I recommend you guys do it to keep your angles. It's just because it would take me longer to do this video. But I think you guys understand what I'm asking you to do. Just use your finger like this and use it as a guide. Hey guys, I'm just jumping in the middle of this video real quick. You can finish watching what we're in the middle of doing, but at this point I have finished it, and if you continue watching the video you will watch me finish it. But this is a different stone right here. This is a 1200 grit. At the end of the video I finished on a 600 grit. So I just wanted to show you this really quick and then you can get back to watching. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys this get finished up on a 1200 grit and then show you a natural stone and let you see it from a little bit different angle really quick, because I know I let you guys see it from a very close angle. I'm not going to spend much time on this last stone because I spent so much time on the other stones that it won't take much to get my grit pattern off. Very easy. See, I got my burr going back and forth. I'll just leave this here. Now this, I got some soap and water. Mix it up really quick. This is a natural Arkasas stone. And I'm going to show you this really quick. Show you how fast it is. Now this is literally the end of the video. When you continue this video, you're going to go right back to watching it where you were at. I just wanted to break the video up and let you see a different position of me sharpening and a different angle. And show you how you can get to different stones and use different stones and get a little bit different finishes. Okay, this thing is about done. So right here, wipe it. Oh man, this thing is super sharp. Okay, I am going to go from here back to the strap. If you look at the edge, it looks really, it's almost mirrored. Now if I want to, I can go over here to some polishing stones and really bring that mirror out. But I'm not gonna, because I'm not gonna waste your guys' time. I'm just going to hit the strop really quick. I got this strap right here. It's gonna be really quick. I'm only gonna hit it a couple times. And because I'm trying to do this video nice and quick, because I know you'll get the gist of it. But I want to get you back to the video. Okay, I did rush a little bit on this edge, especially on the finishing stones. But look at that. This is tissue. See if we can go all the way across this. What? Very, very sharp. There we go. That's sharp. It's hard for me to do this with the camera in the way. Yeah, I'm hitting it real good. I'm gonna just lower you guys a little bit so you guys can see, so I can pull this stone a little closer to myself. Whoops. Yeah, it's looking really good. The burrs are, it's getting the burr over on the other side fairly quickly. And now, right now, when we get to the other stone, what we're going to look for is to make sure that the serrations we put in from the last stone is all completely gone. And really watch for that. Because the farther the stones you move up, it's going to be harder to get those deeper scratches out. So the next stone in order will be the one that'll get it out the easiest. And we are good, it looks like. Looks like I could do just a tiny bit better on this side. Now, I wish I could switch you guys to all different kinds of angles so you guys could literally see everything, but kind of had to pick one here. I'm going to do this side just a little bit longer. I feel like the angle is a little bit smaller on this side. So it's not bad, just a little bit farther. Now we're talking. Now we're talking business. Don't like that tip, but that's alright. That's alright. It's good enough for my house. Let's knock this one down. Okay, so we're going to do 2 per side. So now that we got the burr basically rocking back and forth pretty consistently, I'm going to do 2 passes on each side. So I'm going to go 1, 2. I'm going to check it. Still there. Okay, it's kind of moving back and forth. Let me try raising you guys up a little bit. It's so hard to do when I raise the camera up because it's literally right in my face. This side obviously needs a little bit more work to match up to the other side. And you usually do have an arm that's a little bit better than the other one. So now I'm going to go 1, 2. 1, 2. Yeah, so now we got a consistent 2 passes, 2 passes brings the burr over. 1, 2. So I'm gonna go 1 and 1. Sometimes I will, or a lot of times, many times I will do the 2 and 2. 2 and 2 many times before I go to the 1 and 1. It's just right now we got it very consistently going side to side. Let's check it. Alright, now so I pretty much I can still feel it, like a little bit on one side, a little bit on the other, but not bad. Maybe just a little bit on this side, a little more. So knock this one down just a little bit more. There we go. A little bit more. Alright, so now what I can do is I can go right to the strop from here. That's 600 grit edge. That's a very, very good edge. And look, let me get a piece of paper and I'm going to show you the differences between what's about to happen. So like right now we got a damn good edge. But we could take something like this, which is a ceramic rod, after I clean it off a little bit with some soap and water. Just getting some soap and water and cleaning up. You can also use an eraser. This is just a ceramic rod. I have stones that are like this, just little flat stones, but I'm going to show you something with this. This is real easy. So now I have my burrs. So I'm going to just knock them off. And it's real easy to find your angle with this. You just got to basically touch the stone at an angle and you're going to be hitting your angle. Because you don't have to be perfect with this. You're trying to kind of raise the blade up, not quite to where you were on the stone, a little bit higher than that. So you don't have to be perfectly consistent, because what we're doing is we're basically making like a micro bevel, but I'm not making a micro bevel. I'm just knocking off those burrs. I'm being very gentle with it, and I only did those passes. That was only a couple passes. Now we can go to our strop. So I got a little strop here. Look, this is just a little one. This goes to the work sharp. You can get this at Bass Pro Shop, probably Walmart, whatever. It's real cheap. And I got many strops, lots. I had a whole drawer here full of strops, but this is just to show you, you can use just a little tiny one. You don't need a real big one. You don't need a real expensive one. This is just a green paste. Don't worry, I'm going to try to get the edge on camera. And then with the strop, just basically do the same angle you were on the stone, just backwards. I think this video sucks, and I'm probably going to want to redo it. You think that's funny over there? Huh? I just feel like I'm not getting the angles right. Like I feel like they're missing so much because I want them to see so much that I'm
missing a lot.
What's that mean? Is there not in it?
I made it to round 8 in zombies.
Well, that's great, baby.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you.
Thanks.
But no, I feel like they could be seeing my arms and stuff like that.
You think they want to see your...
Well, they could see the sharpening from a different angle. Alright, let's see what we got going here. See if we can get this on camera. This is a really,
That beeping is so loud.
see my skin, how it's biting. Sorry, it's a little dirty, but it's biting my skin. Damn thing. You see it biting it?
Yeah, I think they see it biting it.
Stop talking. Why don't you go play with Douglas or something? Just joking.
Smoke, I can't believe I couldn't talk about it.
Alright. Now, let's cut the paper. That looked really good. Yeah. See how thin of a... I should grab a better piece of paper.
No.
Yeah, I should. Give me that notebook, please. Yeah, you're fighting with me. You're on camera, baby.
I know.
Yeah.
My face.
Your face. Alright, see that edge? Really, really good. And let's see. Like if you have a good bevel, you should be able to go pretty straight through some of these, especially if it's straight already, like where you consistently go straight if you want to. That was pretty straight. Yeah, there you go. That's a 600 grit edge. It's very sharp, and then when I run my nail up it, it's nice and smooth. No nicks. Feels almost like glass, except for when I touch it with my fingers. Very, very toothy. I love a good edge like that. Now we could bring it higher and get it to a 1200 grit. That'd be the next stone. Or we could put it on 1000 grit Arkasas Stone or something like that and get a good polish on it. But I think we got the gist of it, and you guys are probably hating my angle. Alright guys, I just want to show you this stone really quick. I know this is the end of the video, but this is a true hard translucent, which it's, if I shine a light behind it, you'll see it's translucent. This is a very, listen, it's a very, very hard stone. This stone will last you forever. Now this is when you start getting really into sharpening and everything. You pick up stones like this that are extremely hard and will last you forever, but they can put edges like, I mean, crazy good edges on. Because that, you know, like with a stone like that, you can get still some bite with your edge, yet give it a good polish. Like, this stone's very universal, yet it's just an amazing stone. I'll get into it more in the next video, because I'm going to go over a bunch of sharpening supplies, tools, and etc. All the stuff that you might need to get to work on your knives and modify your knives, and yeah. So, peace. Love you guys.